Hey, what's going on everyone? My name is Vasco and today we are going to talk about what happened in the 2020 Bahrain Grand Prix qualifying. So I don't really want to talk about everything that happened in the qualifying session. I really only want to focus on why I think that Alpha Tauri and Red Bull are so good compared to every other team really, and their evolution from 2020 to 2021. So, as you may know, the cars from 2020 to 2021 are on a pretty stable regulation basis. So, the only thing that changed is the floor basically and the minimum weight of the car. But since the floor changed, they only had to cut a triangular zone, as you can see on your screen, from 2020 to 2021. You could expect the pecking order to stay relatively the same. So Mercedes first, then Red Bull, and then the third fastest was supposed to be McLaren. But what happened here, we saw that both Red Bull teams were very, very, very high on the pecking order. And in Q2, you can see that Tsunoda was P2 for a moment, and Gasly was right up there with him and right in the mix with the Mercedes. And there's the point where the top 5 had 4 on the powered cars on it. What I really want to talk about is why. Why is AlphaTauri and Red Bull so good? So beginning with Red Bull, I think that this is a team that really had a good idea of what they were doing. So if you see in every single season, Red Bull usually starts behind Mercedes and then goes forward and forward and forward during the season and ends up almost catching them in the end. But what you could see this season, and this is a quote from Red Bull, they used the data from last year's car, since it was basically the same as this year's car, on this year's car in order to fix their correlation issues, which means that they start with a very good basis and understanding. And one of the reasons that they might have had the jump on Mercedes is because they really have high rake car. So what is high rake? High rake, so rake is where the inclination of the floor between the front and the rear axle. And for some reason, high rake cars are coping best with these regulation changes. So you can see that the cars with the low rake, which are the Mercedes and the Aston Martin, are really having issues with Sebastian Vettel coming out on P17, whilst the low rake cars like the Red Bull and the Alpha Tauri, which were the cars that pioneered these regulation changes, are the ones that are really coming on the front of the grid. And this is something that helped Red Bull a lot. And this combined with their better aero correlation brings them a step closer to Mercedes. So as you can see, they are not a lot ahead of Mercedes, they are just nip and tuck with them. And talking about AlphaTauri, so this is a team that last year showed immense progress. So they went from being a Toro Rosso team, which was about 7th fastest in 2019, to winning a race last year. And I think that the fans-based squad has a really nice understanding of how their car works. This has been shown because they could have upgraded for free, just like Racing Point or now Aston Martin did, to the 2020 Red Bull rear suspension, which, thinking about it, sounds like a good idea because, I mean, Red Bull was P2 in the championship and they were P7 if I'm not mistaken, so why not upgrade? And I think that by not upgrading, they really show that they really understand their car, and that they really have a good development focus, and that they have developed a very good car, and that their aero correlation is also very good. And this combined with some shared technologies from Red Bull, especially when it comes to CFD technologies, which they have a software that can help them produce a lot of CFDs very quickly compared to the other teams. This has certainly improved their chances. And this is why I was surprised, especially by Yuki Tsunoda. He did a very good qualifying session, even if he only starts P13. He did a very good qualifying session. So I think that all this combined with a very, very good Honda powered engine, which is a really big step up from last year, makes Red Bull and AlphaTauri two of the most competitive teams. So I wouldn't be amazed to see AlphaTauri, especially with Pierre Gasly in the beginning of the season, fighting with Ferrari and McLaren for that third team spot. And I wouldn't be surprised if you see AlphaTauri jump the kinds of Alpine and Aston Martins in the standings in the end of the year. So Ferrari and McLaren, I think that they won't be able to jump them, because even though Pierre Gasly is a very, very good driver and one of my top 3 drivers in Formula 1 right now, I think that Yuki Tsunoda is a rookie, and that the other teams like Ferrari and McLaren have a really big advantage when it comes to their driver lineups, so more experience, while Yuki Tsunoda, even though he's a great talent, will take a few races to get up to speed. I think that the 2 Red Bull powered teams will have a very good start of the season, and the Honda power unit is really, really good. I think that it must be on par with Mercedes. So in Bahrain, in Sector 1, I think that Mercedes had the edge, which is the really high-speed circuit. But when it comes to aerodynamics, Red Bull really have the advantage. So I think that this year we can have a very good fight on our hands, but let's see the race tomorrow. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know what you think and what I can improve on the next video. So see you guys in the next one. Bye!